Is that MisaMisaVR?
What's up, Juggalos? Today we're talking about, what is it called? The Popcorners. A new, I guess, chip? It's shaped like a Dorito. Here's an example of a Dorito. If you don't know what Doritos are somehow. I'm assuming because of that and the logos and the branding, it's probably the same brand that makes Doritos, the same overall company, if not just straight up Doritos. Man, I really do love Doritos. Doritos have to be one of, if not the best chip, one of the very best chips. We got some dew. Because, of course, we're at the Doritos Pope's lair. Oh, you can't see him. Well, his face is blacked out anyway. Jeff Keighley, of course. Popcorners are basically Doritos made of popcorn instead. It's kind of cool. And I was a little worried about getting them. I had no interest originally. I'd never even heard of it. But during the Super Bowl, I'm pretty sure it was a Super Bowl, there was a commercial. It was one of the fun ones. It was Breaking Bad. It was Jesse and Walt cooking, but they're cooking popcorners.
You're an artist.
Actually, Jesse, it's just basic ingredients. No, we don't eat our own supply.
And then they go out, and Tuco's there trying them, and he's freaking out because he's Tuco. 7, you make 7 flavors.
We've got 6 signature flavors, John.
7! You make 7!
7.
7 works.
I like Tuco. He's crazy. And I like the commercial. I was like, oh god, I went cross-eyed. And I was like, oh, those are fun, but I don't really want it. I don't even know what it is. And then I saw the commercial again when I was shopping on Walmart, the website, for a delivery order. And the rest of the website wasn't loading, because it's probably on purpose. But it was being shitty, and so I just had the ad there, and so I just played it, even though it was like a tiny little. And it was the same ad, and I was like, you know what? I'll try these. I'll see if Tuco's right. If Tuco's right about these flavors. If Walt and Jesse are right about these flavors. The first time in a long time where a commercial actually did work at encouraging me to try something new. Every time I see commercials now, they're clearly AI. It disrupts my skin. It disrupts my skin with itch. My moderate to severe... You can't have moderate to severe. You can only have moderate or severe. You were not diagnosed with moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis. You were diagnosed with moderate rheumatoid arthritis or severe rheumatoid arthritis. And then these commercials with their fucking Goyim chants. You think I don't notice that, Mr. Sheckelstein? When a commercial, yeah, it's about controlling your poop because you've got Crohn's disease, but the song in the background goes, "Nothing is everything to me. Me and nothing go hand in hand." And then you have got your little World Economic Forum videos. You will own nothing, and you will be happy. You will eat the bugs and live in the pod. Well, I'm not going to. I'm going to eat popcorners like a good Goyim, but I'm not going to do anything else. You know why I'm going to eat popcorners? Because, okay, I got the sea salt variety. That was the only flavor that they had at the Walmart right now that sounded good. They have 7 flavors, according to Tuco, and according to Jesse and Walt, they had 6. But they had kettle corn, which I hate. I could try theirs. I haven't tried the popcorn or flavor kettle corn, but I don't like real kettle corn. And then the only one they had at the time, when I ordered groceries recently, was the sea salt, which is probably the best bet anyway to try something new. It's the plainest flavor, but with some salt, so a little bit more flavor than none. And so the first thing you'll notice when you go to eat a popcorner, because you're going to, because I recommended them just now. I'm trying them. They're interesting. It's interesting. But before you even take a bite, the first thing you're going to notice, I took a picture. It looks like a nutsack. The chips look like nuts. Like the wrinkly nut bag you got down there. It looks like a wrinkly nutsack. Like a very white bleached one. Like not a white person. I'm talking white, like pure white. popcorn white nuts. So if you've never seen a nut sack, well, there's an image you've got for you right there. Eat a popcorn and you'll know what it looks like and feels like when it's like shriveled up, because that's what balls do. Okay, they're not shriveled up. I'm not gonna get into detail about my nuts in my video, but you know, when there's a little bit of wrinkling going on, that's what I mean by shriveling up. Not like and they disappear or something. Just when they're not like hanging, when they're not slap nut, when they're not stretch nuts. You know, when they're not stretch nutting down there or slap nutting. That's what it looks like. It looks like a wrinkly nutsack. And then, but if you put it in your then you eat one, and it's like putting the sauce. I wouldn't know, but it's salty, and it looks like a nut sack. So I can only assume that's what women experience. But the problem is they're good. So they taste like popcorn. It's really interesting. It's really, really interesting. And the worst part is the wrinkly ones are better. There are some that'll come out flat and they have like less flavor because the salt gets stuck in the wrinkles. You get wrinkly, salty, wrinkly nuts. Chips. Thank you, Jesse and Walt and Tuco, for these salty, wrinkly nutsack chips. But they taste exactly like popcorn. They really do somehow. I say somehow, but it's probably, I don't know how they did it because popcorn, you know, pops into the shape. I don't know if they squished them down or what. But the important part is, one, tastes exactly like popcorn, or at least extremely close. They taste like popcorn. Some of the flat ones actually don't. The wrinklier ones taste exactly like popcorn because there's more of a airy. The wrinkly ones have more of an airy bite than the flat ones. No, but they do. And when you get that airy bite, you don't just get the taste of popcorn. You get the feeling of eating popcorn too, because it's got that empty kind of cloudy, but not completely, you know, nothing like that weird soft chew of a piece of popcorn. And those ones are really good. The flat ones are fine too, but not as good as the when it's a wrinkly piece, or a piece that's like folded on itself a little bit and like messed up. Because then you get, as long as you get that airier bite, it's really good. So I'd actually recommend, if you get the flatter ones, stack a couple or a few on top of each other and take a bite, and then it's still going to be better. The sea salt flavor version, very good. The you know, sea salt stuff is always pretty good. It's just salt. It's salted chips. What's to be bad? But can you hear them? Can you hear them? They're in the hallway, very loud. They're good. If you like popcorn. Oh, but most importantly, no kernels. I don't eat popcorn because of the kernels, and they get stuck in, you know, in between your teeth, and it terrifies me. You know, of something happening, abscessing or you know, causing an issue with my teeth. No problem here. There's no kernel. It's just the popcorn. Maybe the kernel's mashed in there somewhere, but you know what I mean is there's not a solid, weird, circular, flat object in each one, like with real popcorn where you're risking it every time and inevitably get something stuck. You get to skip that here. So I actually, for me personally, I've avoided popcorn for years now because of that. Last time I ate popcorn, because I was eating like they sell like the bags of popcorn like in the bag of chip aisle, where it's all popped and it's like a snack food. I mean, popcorn's always snack, but you know, it's a chip snack food. But even though it's just popcorn, it's popped popcorn. It's in a bag instead of having to pop your own popcorn. And it's like healthier or something. I was like, whatever, I'll try these years and years and years back. And just like real popcorn, horribly painful and stuck for like days. And no matter what I do, floss, brush, I couldn't get them out because it was like a big, thick one that got jammed in there. So I stopped eating popcorn and popcorn-related things. But these, I can eat them, and I can get the flavor of popcorn again. If I go to a movie or something else, I'll eat popcorn, probably. But like at home, not a special event or anything. These are really. Oh boy, that's really loud. I'll silence that down in the editing. What? Here we go, up and down the stairs. So if you like popcorn, you don't like kernels, or you know, kernels irritate you, or if you just want to have a different way to consume popcorn, popcorners, I'd recommend it. I'd recommend them. They're good. They're addictive. Especially, I don't know, maybe it's the sea salt that's getting me addicted, but I can just eat them and eat them and eat them and eat them, and hey, they're healthier than a chip. But now that's the thing. Are these a chip? They're chip-shaped popcorn. I wasn't sure what to expect the first time, so I ate them with hot dogs. I don't eat hot dogs that often. I'm trying to save money. You know, I'm cooking at home almost all the time now. I'm not including hot dogs in that list of cooking at home. But cooking at home and going out are both expensive, and I need to save some money. So hot dogs and stuff like that are part of the rotation to save some cash. And I was eating the hot dogs with the chips, with the popcorners. It's not great. It's not like it's bad. It's just not it's not something you really want to eat. That texture of the airy popcorn texture, it just doesn't really match well with other food. It's really more of a eat it like popcorn, where you're just eating it. You know, you're sitting there watching a movie, open your bag up, and eat some of the Dorito popcorn chips instead of regular popcorn. Though regular popcorn's going to be cheaper. That's another thing worth mentioning. The chips aren't actually expensive. It's a bag, like a full-size Dorito bag size, but it's like half the price compared to Doritos. But again, it depends on what you're doing with it. If you're going to be eating, you know, cheeseburgers or hot dogs or a sandwich, you don't really want the popcorners. You're going to want normal chips. Doritos, Fritos, fucking whatever, Pringles, whatever you want. Ruffles, sour cream and cheddar. Walmart brand, great value chips. Whatever you want. But they're a good snack, but they're not a good companion to other foods. That's kind of it to say. It's kind of all there is to say. You know, they're good. They're good. I like them, and I like having that popcorn taste again after so long. So go get some wrinkly nuts and put them in your mouth, and fuck off.
We're gonna eat a lot of snacks together.